Today's Minute with Porchia Carter gives you insight to ideas behind a very inspirational webpage entitled Tyra Talk. This webpage was created by Tyra Laster, a junior multimedia journalist at Tennessee State University who seeks to uplift and encourage young women across America. Welcome to A Minute with Porchia Carter. Joining me today is the lovely Tyra. How are you doing, Tyra?
Good, how are you?
Thank you for coming to the show today.
No problem.
So, can you tell us about Tyra Talk?
Tyra Talk is basically a website and an Instagram page, and it's just geared to help young girls as far as having confidence, inspiration quotes, and then stories of my own that hopefully will be relatable to other girls out there.
With these inspiration quotes, do you get them from Instagram, or you create your own, or you get them from books?
I get them from everywhere, and then I kind of just, do my own analyzation on it, and I kind of just, feed into it. Say it's like, I don't know, the sky's the limit. I'll kind of explain, the definition of that, what it means to me, and then use an example of my life, and hopefully to, hit home with some girl out there.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, do you have a story behind Tyra Talk?
Yes, I felt like there was just so much more I could do. And anytime I sit down with like one of my girlfriends or sisters, I was always talk to them, and they'd always be like, wow, that was some deep stuff you just said. And I felt like, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I remember we had a conversation before. You got me right together.
Right. I remember I was just like, well, why won't I just, express it? And I feel like I have a story to tell, and that like I'm genuine about it, so why not just make a page? And I remember one of my dear friends was just like, greatness is right here and you don't reach for it. And that kind of just like, it bothered me, but added, flame up my butt, so I decided to go and reach for it. And I just set my butt down one day and created Tyra Talk, and the rest was history.
When you give these quotes and stuff and give your background about how you feel about it, do you always feel that you're right?
No, I always say it's my opinion, and I always state it's for the complicated but motivated, because I feel like I'm a complicated female. And 1 minute, happy-go-lucky, the next minute I don't want nobody to talk to me. So it's just like, I kind of, away with emotions and whatnot. I don't always feel like I'm right at all. And then sometimes I'll look back at some of my stories and I'm like, I don't even feel that way anymore. But it's all just
So
a
you
process.
take it down?
I don't take it down. I let it stay up for some girl who's still in that state. And, luckily, the people who read my stuff faithfully, see the growth in me and whatnot. Because it's all about being truthful with myself. Because a lot of my stories, I write to myself. I'm never writing to, if it's about relationships, I'm writing to myself. If it's about being hurt or denied, I write to myself.
So when someone goes on tyratalk.com, they are getting to know Tyra?
Yes. And then hopefully a girl will see that, but okay, I'm not the only one who went through that. So.
Oh, that's great. So is it a blog, or what separates it from being a blog, if it's not?
I think what separates it from being a blog, I would just say the truth in it. A lot of blogs today or whatnot, they try to, hit home with everybody, and they want to feel to everybody. I just really sit down. I write a lot of my stories at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. when I'm like feeling some type of way. And I just post it, and I'll just let people know the next day, or I just let people know then. It's very just out, and I don't really hold anything back. I try to watch what I say on some things, but I don't know. Some of my people, like, they know what I'm trying to hint at when I say it, because, you can only write so much in the caption.
Right. So everything is straightforward and to the point.
Yes, it is. Or I'll just kind of like, hint off a situation, then explain it. Like, for example, there's this big blog out there. I forgot what it, being the side chick or whatnot. It was some big blog that
I read that blog.
Yeah, and it hit home with me because, that happened to me one time. So I kind of just spoke on it or whatnot and just gave my 2 cents about it. And I think that kind of, puts me in a different direction because it makes me relatable, and then it also makes me like realize, okay, because if you were to see me on Instagram, you'd think, oh, she, is doing so much, she has everything going for her. But no, when you actually read the story, it's like, okay, she was a side chick for a minute. So.
Really? You were a side chick before? Oh. We've all been there.
Yes.
It's a terrible feeling. So do you have experiences where girls come to you, or anybody who has been on your website come to you and let you know that you helped them out?
Oh, yes, of course. I always have a message box, and either girls will go onto that, or nowadays they just hit me up on Instagram message, and they kind of just, come to me and be like, hey, I'm a freshman at Tennessee State University. I'm this and this and this, and I just wonder if you could help me or whatnot. And I try to help them the best I can. Or if I don't know, I honestly say, I don't know, but I can, hint you to somebody who may know or whatnot.
Do you plan to take this Tyra Talk into motivational speaking, or what do you want to do with it in the long run?
I ask myself that question every day. I get busier and busier, but I really want to continue with it, but I want it to separate me from all the other blogs because, if somebody wants to get some inspiration, they can go a quadrillion routes. So I'm still trying to ask myself that question every day as far as like separating myself and branching off. I want to make Tyra Talk a household name. I'm just kind of figuring out how. So I'm not sure.
Okay. When you created Tyra Talk, what inspired that?
Stories, being relatable to people, loving quotes and like how like I can just write all day about a quote or a picture or whatnot. Having something to say because I don't hold my tongue for anyone, and just being real. And I think being a nice person or whatnot, because no one's gonna listen to somebody who don't know what they're talking about half the time or whatnot, or being rude or something. So I feel like I have something to say, and somebody listened to it, obviously.
Right. A lot of people listen to it. I hear people talk about Tyra Talk all the time, how it inspired them. Or they just be like, that's Tyra Talk when they see you.
Like
and
our bond sister to Mary.
Yeah, she calls you Tyra Talk a lot.
Yeah, she does.
What does that do to you when people notice that, okay, that's Tyra Talk? Does that give you some type of like accomplishment feeling?
It does, but I don't like take it and like walk all high mighty with it. But it does make me realize, okay, people are always watching or whatnot. I enjoy it. It's fun. I don't take it too seriously where it's just like that's my name, But I definitely, adore my brand, and I hope to always grow with it and make it a household name one day.
It will be.
Thank you, Porchia.
Do you have interview segments that you post on Tyra Talk?
Sometimes. I do more so on my Instagram page. My website needs to be updated, but unfortunately I just never had the time, or some type of connection never goes through. But I do a lot of stuff on my Instagram page now, and if I interview someone, I always write it in my journal and then try to chop it up as short as I can and then put it on my Instagram page.
Do you have people that you plan to interview, or you just find someone who's doing good and you put them on the inspiration part?
I hit them up, I see what they're doing around campus or in their community, and I just be like, hey, my name is such and such, and I would like to interview. And most likely they'll be down because they're our age, they like exposure. So that's how I usually do it. It just always works,
Okay, do you have an inspirational message you could share with the audience today?
Ooh, there's so many. Love yourself and know that everything takes time. Because we're all college students and we're every which way, and some days we have our good days, we have our bad days, and we want to give up. But I always know that everything takes time, and be happy.
Yes, be happy. Yes. Oh, also, can you let them know where they could find you and how they could access your Instagram, Tyra Talk, all that?
Okay, so Instagram is @Tyra Talk. And then also my website is www.tyratalk.com. And that should be most of the gist of it. My personal page is tlaster12. But yes, Tyra Talk and tyratalk.com.
Thank you for joining us today, Tyra. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you.
I want to be on Tyra Talk one day, just, put a picture of me and write something nice.
I got you. I got everybody. It's fine.
Okay. Well, that's all we have today for A Minute with Porchia Carter. Make sure you tune in every Thursday at tsuthemeter.com. Thank you.